Nostradamus, a name that makes you think of mystery and fortune-telling. Born way back in 1503, Michel de Nostradamus was a French doctor and, get this, a stargazer. Today, he's famous for his book. This mysterious book of poems, published in 1555, is thought by some to predict what's going to happen in the future. Nostradamus's writings are super confusing and symbolic, kind of like a secret code. This means lots of people have different ideas about what they mean. His fans point to spooky similarities between his poems and things that have actually happened, like the Great Fire of London and even Hitler's rise to power. They think Nostradamus saw it all coming. But why do people try to find meaning in these puzzling poems? Maybe it's because we all want to know what the future holds. In a world full of surprises, Nostradamus gives us a peek at what might happen. His words are like stars in the night sky, waiting for us to connect them and think about all the possibilities.
So what did Nostradamus say about 2025? Well, there's no single poem just about this year. Nostradamus's predictions are rarely about specific dates. They often cover many years, even centuries. However, some people think certain verses hint at big events happening soon. One poem often talked about for 2025 mentions a huge terror coming from the sky. This makes people think about asteroids hitting Earth, or maybe even a giant solar flare. Others point to poems that talk about political trouble and social unrest. They think 2025 could be a year of major changes around the world. It's important to remember that understanding Nostradamus is tricky. Different people can read the same poem and get completely different meanings. People who believe in Nostradamus love to talk about times when his predictions seem to come true. One famous prophecy seemed to predict the assassination of King Henry II of France. The king died in a jousting accident, a weird injury to his eye, just like Nostradamus wrote. Another popular example is a poem that seems to predict Adolf Hitler. The verse talks about a powerful guy from Western Europe, which sounds a lot like Hitler, right? But not everyone agrees. Critics say Nostradamus's predictions are too vague, like trying to guess what someone's thinking. They say people often find connections that aren't really there, matching his words to events after they've already happened. For example, some thought Nostradamus predicted the end of the world in 1999. Well, we're still here. So was Nostradamus a real fortune teller or just a clever poet? It's still a big debate. Skeptics say his writings are too unclear to be real prophecies. They think people just find connections that aren't there, matching his words to things that have already happened. But believers think Nostradamus had some secret knowledge of the future. They see his prophecies as warnings, telling us to learn from the past and make a better future. Whether you think Nostradamus was a real prophet or just a good writer, he's definitely still famous today. His words keep people guessing and wondering, reminding us that we all want to understand the mysteries of time and what's going to happen next.